Hello, rock stars. I wanted to go over a little bit about how you get recognized in our team, in our organization. So we have some different ways. We have team meetings once a month, and we do some recognition there. So I'm going to go through that first. And there is a document that will be in the files that you can pull up that will show you all these things in specifics. So I'm going to kind of run through what we do at our team meetings and how you can get recognized there. So first we do an on-time drawing. You bring an unstamped catalog, you drop it off when you get there, and then we do a drawing, and whoever's ticket gets drawn gets to take all those unstamped catalogs home. So great way to get some bonus catalogs. And then we do some stand-up recognition. We are going to have you stand up if you were green. That means you sold at least $150 for the month. We are going to have you stand up if you earn whatever that monthly special was. For example, this month it is the cooler, the game cooler, I don't know the exact word, but every month it's something different. So we have you stand up if you earn the consultant incentive. We have you stand up if you earned your recruiting incentive because you qualified in your first 30 days. We also have you stand up if you beat your personal best. Now, we also do what we call our Just Sell It drawing. And you're going to have your name entered into the Batterwell drawing one time if you sold at least $750 for the month in commissionable sales. If you sold between $1,000 and $1,999, you get 2 tickets. Between $2,000 and $2,999, you get 3 tickets. And then between $3,000 and $3,999, you get 4 tickets. And then the number one seller on our team, on our personal team, each director recognizes their own team. So they each have their own Batterball drawing. Then we draw a ticket. You get an extra one if you're in the first place. So, and then we get and then we draw a ticket, and then you get a product, usually a product prize, if your name is drawn. Now, if you do not live if you're more than 100 miles away from the meeting and we draw your name, then it will be yours. If you live less than 100 miles and we draw your name, then we just draw another name. So it pays to be at the meetings that way too. We just started a Baby Steps to Recruiting. And what that is there's a form in the files in our team page that you can fill out and bring to the meeting every month. And for each activity you do, you get a ticket. The activities are listen to a recruiting audio from PC University, from Coffee Talk, or from Consultants Corner, and post 2 tips that you learned on the page. You can also send screenshots to your director of recruiting conversations that you had with a potential recruit. You do a 3-way call with your director with a potential recruit. And you ask each host about the business 3 times. So you'll each get a ticket. We'll draw a name. Same thing applies, 100 miles or less, and you're not there, then we draw again. If you aren't that close, then we draw your name and you win. And that will be just a little fun Happy Mail type thing. We also do a recruiting cash pot. So for every consultant that is added to our team, $2 goes into the pot. And if you recruited or added somebody on your team, if you personally recruited them, then you get a ticket. And we do a drawing at the end. Now, any of the directors will also have their names put in the pot and get tickets. But if our ticket is drawn, then the money stays. And then next month, it'll just be even more money based on how many people were added. So that is our recruiting cash pot. So that's all our in-meeting recognition, but we also do some online recognition. So we have our do and tell drawing. Twice a month we do a do and tell. So every time you do a business income producing activity, mailing a host packet, host coaching, mailing out catalogs, practicing a recipe, anything that was an income producing activity, you did your first show, you set up your first virtual, anything like that, post that with the hashtag do and tell. And then on the 1st and the 15th, or as close as I can get it, we do a drawing, and whoever gets that gets some happy mail. We also do a green by 15 shout out on the page. So if you are active, which means you've submitted $150 or more in commissionable sales, then before the 15th of the month, then you get a hashtag green by 15. We also have a 500 by 15. So if you are at 500 before the 15th, you get a shout out for that also, because that's even better than the 150. And then we have our sales rainbow. where we recognize you when you reach the different levels. 150 is active, 750 is your first commission level that increases. So instead of 20%, you get 22% commission. And then we recognize the next level at 1250, which is 23%. And then at 2500 is 24%, no, 22, 23, yeah, 24%. And then if you get to 4,000, then it's 25%. So we have a sales rainbow that we recognize when you reach those different levels throughout the month. And then we also have where if you do $1,000 show, you're going to get a shout out for having $1,000 show. It's our 1K club. So that is online. Happy Mail is also mailed to you on the first week of the month. If you were active in the previous month, you'll get something fun from me for being active. So watch your mail for that. And then just some additional things that you can be recognized for. Pampered Chef recognizes 15,000 in career sales. So as long as you don't go 2 months with 0 sales, which means you'll lose your career sales, then your sales keep accumulating and your career sales keep accumulating. And then when you hit 15,000, they send you the cutest little necklace with the PC spoon logo on a silver necklace for you to wear. I think it's a keychain for men, but I'm not sure. So you get that in the mail, plus you get a 2% raise that will stay as long as you don't let your career sales go back to 0 by being inactive for 2 months in a row. So that 2% raise on 20% is like a 10% raise, which that is unheard of in the public. And you keep that. So that extra 2% stays with you. So now you're at 22, 24, 25, 26, 27% at whatever level that you sell. And then you can also increase your commission by growing your team. When you have your first personal recruit and you both are active for the month, you get an extra, and you submit at least $750 yourself, you get an extra 1% commission on your sales as well as your consultant sales. To be that's a senior consultant. To be a team leader, you need 2 personal recruits. You need to submit at least $750 yourself, and the 3 of you together need to submit at least $2,500, and then you'll get an extra 2% commission on yours and your recruit sales. Then when you become a director, you get a red apron from me, and each director has their own little way of recognizing people that promote to director. But then you also get an activity bonus. You get 3% commission. So there's lots of great perks. You get reduced point trips, all that kind of stuff. So we have some great recognition, and that is just some of the things. Elite seller, hospitality, there's all kinds of stuff that we do. So that's a little bit about how you can be recognized in the Rockstar organization. We're so glad that you're part of our team. And you know what? It's up to you. If you believe you can, you put the work in, and you follow the steps in PC University. If you do all that, you can have all this recognition and more. It's your business. Make it your own. Go for it. And the sky's the limit. So anyway, welcome to the team.